The development of sustainable food systems is connected to all sustainable development goals via the traditional framework of social inclusion, economic development, environmental safety, and inclusivity. In the first part of this review, we give a summary of some challenges that occur in the governance of food system transformation. As diets shift towards alternative proteins, we demonstrate the resource efficiency of food systems and food waste through a case study of plant-based proteins and their biological and chemical modification. All stakeholders should be involved in this process, engaging the link between science, policy, and society. In this way, research and innovation policy will be improved, aiming at coherence and stability, and funding and investment will be increased. The consumer should be an integral part of this process. Finally, the role of innovative technologies should be supported and initiated, along with new approaches and business models, accompanied by social, institutional, and governance innovation that is relevant to food system change. We demonstrate that resource-efficient food systems and food waste are useful in understanding both how food system transformation occurs and how the required transformation may be prohibited. Finally, we discuss the implications for governing food system transformations in terms of nutrition and sustainable healthy diets, both of which are needed to implement changes in the food safety systems of the future. Food systems need to be resistant to global challenges such as climate change, but this will depend on the successful development, integration, and implementation of policies and strategies. The manufacture and consumption of food is an area in which urban expansion and food security interact, but it also affects rural areas and is related to climate change and socio-economic inequalities. A key factor of European and global food and nutrition security is seafood production. By 2030, aquaculture could enhance seafood production and deliver close to 2/3 of seafood consumed worldwide. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change states that diets including both plant and animal-based foods can help adapt to and mitigate climate change, and this can be beneficial for human health. We discuss numerous chemical and biological modification approaches in this section, with specific examples from the context of plant-based proteins. Biological modification, including enzymatic and fermentation approaches, is an alternative modification technique which is eco-friendly, consumes less energy, and does not produce toxic byproducts. In this context, a summary of approaches to chemical and biological modification of plant-based proteins is presented in Table 1. Food loss and waste is defined as a reduction in food quantity and quality. Accelerated action to reduce food loss and waste is the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 12.3, with a target of halving food waste by 2030. Food use hierarchy should be employed, focusing on prevention, followed by redistribution and reprocessing of surplus food to people in need, production of animal feed, recycling and disposal, as shown in Figure 3.